yet another edition of Breakfast Dialogue. Breakfast Dialogue is Osbc television. Ileawuye Okibale Oshogo. I brought a guest on this program, and on that program we discussed about the February 25th general election. Thank God, my guest was then a contestant for a political office under the banner of the ruling People's Democratic Party in Osun State. That by the divine intervention of Almighty God, my guest on Breakfast will be representing the good people of Osun Central Senatorial District when the next National Assembly is inaugurated in June this year. Let me actually welcome on board Breakfast Dialogue this morning Ajagunla Olubiyi Fadeyi, the senator-elect Osun Central Senatorial District under the banner of People's Democratic Party. Ajagunla Olubiyi Fadeyi, you are welcome on the program once again.
Thanks so much, Adeyemi.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Let's share your experience as a first-timer in contesting for a huge position like a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you, Adeyemi. I think, first of all, I have to thank the good people of Osun Central, the old, the young, our fathers, our elders, our middle age, the opinion molders, the assistants, the pensioners, the civil servants, even people, Kabi Olobu, Ashi, Kabi Si, Okuku, Inisha, name them. All the Kabis, with due respect, I didn't mention their name, their prayers answered, I would say, for their son. So the victory is for them, the victory is for Osun, the good people of Osun Central, and for my great party, the PDP. I thank them all. They all supported us. We work as a team. We believe in ourselves. Of course, my governor, the people's governor, Imole, supported us so much. What can we say? We knew that we were going to win. It's. I told you earlier that it's visible. We don't talk too much, but we know what we're doing. People doesn't talk too much. See, he's working. 100 days in the office, see the transformation. For me, it's a traditional governor. It's well seen. He has spent about 22 billion for good people of Osun State. So our party is different. We are open to everybody. It's people's party. We give power to the people. So I should thank them all for everybody.
How challenging was the race to February 25th election? How challenging was it?
Like I said to you earlier, I personally I give all the concern respect. You're an APC, you're an ADP, all about 4 or 5 of us. It's a competition. And for me, I plan hard to win. I give them respect. I don't brag. I don't talk too much. But I have my strategy all the time. I keep telling you I have my strategy. And let me tell you more about myself and my family history. In Ilaogun today, Fadeyi dynasty, senior Bisakodi dynasty, that's the national leader of APC. Check the record very clearly. Since when I was age 10, I followed my dad to political meetings in Okene, in Ikene, Awolowo's party.
In
Ogun State. When I was age 10.
So your dad was a
Until when I ran in 2019 for the first time. So I'm not a first timer. This is my second time.
Yeah,
in ADC. People are laughing. I was testing the water. I understand it clearly.
You use that period to test the water?
See water. I was having my phone. I was testing the water. I was having a scorecard in advance. Bit of a lot. Listen, you have to do things for people, the masses. And I said to myself, before I will get into politics, I should be a successful man first. So the money from politics or from the government will not, I will not be looking for the money. In a little way, God bless me. In a little way, I have my portfolio. It's not by bragging, $4 billion portfolio I have in my hand. Come to the competition, come to the issue of, you have to bring people to yourself. You have to come down to their level. Even in campaign, I always pass through my people and touch your clothes. That's all. It's see God, see people want to see them, to see their face and just to have a feel. That shows it's for the common good.
So you make yourself available, accessible?
Yeah, for my people. You say, oh, I don't know, you can't see him, he's not accessible. No, I campaign word to word. I feel them. I know what they're suffering from. I feel them. Talk to Mama, talk to Baba. So I can understand it. I go to places quietly on my own. I talk to the chiefs. I know their predicament. So I understand them very well. I have one-on-one contact with them. Of course, what my party will want, of course, is party supreme, but at the same time, power to the people. Yeah, exactly.
What we have had, politicians in the past making themselves available to the people, to the electorate when the elections were coming like this. But when they get to the office, they change tactics and becomes something else, not making themselves available to people anymore. How do you see this? I know this will not be your lot, but how do you see this situation?
First thing is home training. Home training is very key. And when you are exposed, In Yoruba land, I remember my dad would say to me, let me give you a sample. 2 years ago, I was with my Papa job in the Otta, and I shared some money to the security guys in dollars. They said to me, "How do you see this money? What are you into?" That's Yoruba for you. Are you a fake or a genuine? Two things. In Yoruba land, my dad said that education is key, not about money. In Yoruba land, we don't worship money. You see our elders. You want to know what have you achieved? Who are you? Who's your family? Where are you coming from? Where are you going to? I met a lot of KBCs, top KBCs, the Oshimawe, the way for Adwekiti. I asked a reference point from KBC Oshimawe of Ondo land. He said I should send it my CV. He probably did it for like 1 week before he can start to say, I'll write something about you. That's quality. I don't even know who is this young man. So for me, I don't say that I will change, because basically I've seen it all. I say I've seen it all. I have friends in the Senate, even in the other party, the Lawan, the Opabils of this world. It's not today. I met Apabi when Apabi was commissioner for in Akwa. I know Victor Apa very well. I know His Excellency Odili. The likes of the likes of Magid Abbey, likes of Iwike. I met Iwike when Iwike was chairman of local Biapo government. In line of my business, because I'm all over the place. So for me, even my first time of meeting Aregbe Shola was when I was in charge of works in Lagos State. I have a good rapport with a lot of top other side. And when you go to Abuja, it's not about your party again. It's about who you know, what you can bring in, how they can assist you to come in. Lobby, yes. You will have some ex-party guys that will lobby for you in the Senate. It's not a child's play. I'll share you some pictures I took with some of my friends. you know.
You said you don't talk too much.
Yeah.
You're a man of action. You don't talk.
Absolutely, yes.
But how will this be used to influence things in favor of the people of your senatorial district that you'll be representing in the next National Assembly? Because you talk about lobbying now, and it requires a lot of talk here and there for you to get the eyes and the mind of those in power to get things for your people.
Thank you. I've experienced a lot in Abuja. Being a business guru, I understand how it works. It's tough. But having said that, you need to understand our people, they're not clamoring for anything big. The little thing that matters to them. Massive of young graduate employment, water, power, support health services. I have a couple of bills that I'm going to propose. I have my plan. I have my plans for the past 4 years. I have 2-3 bills in the last 4 years that in my archives already. So basically, bringing in things for people, we can't do it all, but I feel them in Oshobo, in Olonda, in Lobo, name it, all local government, their yearnings, their requests, they're not asking for too much. We won't be able to do all, but 60% will be put in place. I've seen this scorecard of other district senators in Lagos, in Ogun State, in Rivers, in Finance as well. You see what they've done. Let's carry people along very well, get what you want to get, lobby for things. And what the people need here is this: rate of employment, empowerment, roads, power. If you remember that, you know the IBDC, they're not performing very well. They have a very bad infrastructure. That's why you have this power problem here across Ibadan, Ife, Osogbo, and what we have to do is to have transformer to help our people. I'm a businessman. As a businessman, you know how to do things right. If you run your own business for 20 years successfully, and you pay salary as SLSO would be. Say he has been in the private sector and became a governor without no experience in public service, and he did very well. Not very strict. Think about the key, not about yourself. So by the third year, you have a scorecard to prove that, listen, this is what I've done. I'm not doing 100%, but I've done 70% or 60%. They will call you, come and do it again. Because what they're asking for is not. As for please, call me service servant because you send me there. Yeah, because there's too much, there's high hope on Ajagunla. There is high hope because a lot of people have seen that this guy is successful in his small businesses he's doing.
So you'll be bringing more bigger, difference to the Senate and to the people of Osho Central.
I know myself. I always go with the option A4 all the time. I've been planning few things. I've been jiggling a lot of things together. I've been thinking of areas that will impact our people. It's very key, and when you are humble, That's it. They allow you to pass. If you are humble, they allow you to go. That was it.
Okay, if you are just joining us on the program, it's still Breakfast Dialogue. And I guess it's still Senator-elect Osun Central Senatorial District in Naholia, Osun State, Ajabola Olubi Fadi. We won't have you on the program without looking at the first 100 days of Governor, the people, Senator Ademola Adeleke in office. 100 days, performance like someone who has spent more than 4 years in office. How do you see this?
The dancing governor is performing.
Yes.
The dancing governor is what? Is performing. He said to people, he's a businessman. Imole, you know, Imole is very strict man. Very strict. Doesn't give money to people. Does not give money to people. He understands that he needs to work. He understands that he has to work. He has to keep his promise. And he kept it. And everything, look at the monumental arrears done by the past government. The gratuity, the pensioners, pay them into billions. I said to you that close to 22 billion are spent on different projects. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, we have in each ward, 332 wards in Osun State, and bowl in each. So pure water is there for everybody. In each ward, let's say in a ward you have 1,000 people or 3,000 people, it depends on the local government. But there's a borehole, access to water, good water. What is it can you have for? So that means in another 6 months, you must say, okay, I'm giving each ward a transformer. It's doable, you will do it. Yes. So ask the other part government, what are they doing? What are they doing? When the said, oh, I'm doing more, I say, we are in trouble. This is our work now. Leave this ball for us. Let us do it. But cover every word. So he has challenged us as well. That do something else. I've done the ball now for each ward. See the road. He said he has promised that he will continue all the road projects. See Ikiru Road and the lighting. That's his name, Imole. Yesterday I was calling from Mila. It was like we can pick pains on the road. I said to you, it's doable. But this has to stop by taking our money to Lagos. It has to stop. It just has to stop. He could as well as take that 22 billion, have it and put it in his pocket. Or send it to his brother.
Capital flight.
Yes. But these people, they will take the money off to Lagos. Off to Lagos. Why? It's not done that way. People come to stay in Osun and they're going to correct things, whether they like it or not.
I know you are fancied by the achievement of the administration under 100 days.
Yeah.
And like you rightly said, people don't expect too big things from government. Little things here and there, and they will be satisfied with whatever government is doing. In the next 4 years, with what we have seen in 100 days, how do you perceive how the state will be in the next 4 years under Governor Ademola Adeleke?
One, it's going to change, it's going to transform Osun State. The likes of Akwa Ibom, the likes of River State. I know for sure his mindset, because I've talked a lot, he has his mindset. And we that are in Senate, we're going to support him so much. The law of projects that can come from the federal government, we need to lobby for him. Ministry of Water Resources, Ministry of Agriculture, we have a lot of world bank projects that can come to the state to support. Even on education, we have about 21 parastatals on education, which is put money into. We can achieve all this. We can achieve all this. Improve schools, improve health centers, That's the work of the Senate. Because when you're in Senate, you have to work to talk to people in executive all the time. Your need is 8 years. No, it's not negotiable.
It's not negotiable.
Even that we're in court, it's not negotiable. The whole world is saying it. When I said it the other day, they were saying, "Oh, Oshoku, you make it. You make us proud." And this is why the genuine, because this is what the genuine thing is. I have to, now they know the right thing to do. They have the power, which is their card. And they say they're right every time. So things have changed. I'm proud to be an Oshoman after 4 years in Nigeria.
We pray so.
We know so.
You have promised the support of members of the National Assembly for the administration.
Absolutely, yes.
9 rep members, are
Yeah, we're going on. I love my town so much. I like the language very well. And basically, to Osho Central, 1, to create job. 2 is to promote our products. And again, it's not going to be a commercial per se. It's going to be a subsidized radio station. What I mean by that is, when you're trying to do jingle or whatever announcement, it's going to be half price. And I'm personally going to use my money to build it. I will seek the license to build it and let the community own it. But of course, get some expertise to work with them. You pay the Central, the likes of Rave and all that, pay millions. When it's political, is the problem. And for example, so for that, it's what I'll be doing. First Succeed Bostry Award. That's the little difference they can get from democracy. They may not see me all the time. They likes of Okada and Bora people. They lots of organizers, but you need to have a feel. Oh, Easter time, it's time for us to call our fuel. Oh, during the Muslim time, it's time during Christian, So it goes round, for them to feel it.